Coming up on Mountain News this morning, with the weather blistering outside, one worker in Fayette County says their job makes keeping cool a little bit tricky. And again, with those scorching temperatures across our area, doctors with U of L Health say they've treated a number of people for heat stroke and heat exhaustion.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning and a happy Tuesday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this June 24th. It's 6 o'clock this morning. That means it is time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall today on this hot Tuesday ahead. It's already hot outside, so be aware when you're dressing this morning.
It's a hot day. I feel like that's just the forecast. That's what the forecast has been, and that's what the forecast will be. Even though we're cooling temperatures this week, we're still going to see 90s up to Friday. So let's go ahead and break that forecast down for you. Starting off this morning, again, it's a hot start. 70s across most of the region, seeing those 60s for our Virginia counties this afternoon. Well, the 90s are back and in full swing. Upper 90s as you travel more towards the northeastern portion, closer to West Virginia. And as we look at satellite and radar, it's a nice and clear start to your day too. Not even a cloud in the sky for the most part. We will be looking at a mixture of sunny to mostly sunny skies with a very, very slight chance of some summertime pop-up showers. Amelia.
A fuel tanker overturned on an Ohio interstate, causing a massive fire. This was what it looked like on I-270 outside of Columbus. You can see a massive plume of black smoke. It's rising into the sky. The tanker truck itself engulfed in flames. Authorities say it was carrying 8,000 gallons of fuel. The driver's in the hospital. Investigators are still trying to figure out how that truck crashed. A woman seriously injured in an early morning crash in Georgetown is now facing charges. 35-year-old Amber Samakar is accused of speeding off from police. Georgetown officers say they saw a car speeding on McLaughlin Circle. They turned around to try and pull it over. The car crashed on US 25. When they went to check on the driver, they say she regained traction and drove away. A Georgetown officer says while following the car and notifying dispatch, they watched the driver crash into the Save-A-Lot on Broadway. She was thrown from the car and into the store. In just a few hours, the trial of the two other men charged in the Crystal Rogers case will begin in Warren County. The joint trial of Brooks Hawk, Rogers' boyfriend at the time she disappeared, and Hawk's employee, Joseph Lawson, starts today. Rogers was last seen in July of 2015 and is believed to be dead. Her body was never found. Steve Lawson, Joseph's father, was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder. When it comes to Hawk and Lawson being tried together, both defense teams will ask each witness their own questions and make motions for their client. Well, it was no doubt folks felt the summer sizzle yesterday, many doing whatever they could to beat that heat. Alexa Minton caught up with one worker in Fayette County whose job makes keeping cool just a little bit tricky.
So we started at 4 a.m. this morning, so we'll get about an hour go ahead on it. We all try to help each other out as we finish to get us out of here as soon as possible.
Luke Robinson has collected trash for 4 years now, sharing that the summertime months can bring some added challenges to the job.
We take a little bit more time and care whenever there's a lot of heat and humidity out.
The EPA reports that outdoor workers, such as construction workers, maintenance workers, and trash collectors, disproportionately face greater heat-related health threats, something Luke is all too familiar with.
That's when you stop sweating. That's kind of a telltale sign. You'll stop sweating and you'll feel very fatigued. I've had it myself. Sometimes you got to grab a shaded area, let your supervisor know.
Rumpke teams are put through trainings year-round about how to best stay safe in the summer heat, and often will shift trash pickup times earlier for some neighborhoods, just to try to minimize that time in the sun during their 10-hour-a-day shift.
We always keep water and Gatorade on us. It's supplied to us, but we also have a supervisor that runs around and makes sure that we're all good, and they'll have ice, Gatorade, and water on them as well. A lot of us are air-equipped, or we have ice on us, and we can keep cooling towels and things along those lines to keep us going.
Prioritizing safety from heat exhaustion and other heat-related illnesses can make the job go a little smoother in the summer months. That and, of course, community support.
A thank you goes a long way. If you got a cold water, that's amazing. We have no shortage of customers that will run out and give us a water bottle, especially an excited kid ready to come see the trash truck and bring you a water bottle. It's a huge help. In
Lexington, meteorologist Alexa Minton, WKYT.
Well, if you do plan to spend an extended period of time in the sun this week, You should take Luke's advice too. That's staying hydrated, taking breaks in the shade, and listening to your body for any concerning symptoms. Well, again, with those scorching temps across our area, doctors with U of L Health say they've treated a number of people for heat stroke or heat exhaustion. Jewish Hospital Medical Director Dr. Evan Kuhl explains why people who have had heat stroke in the past are more likely to have it again.
People who have had heat stroke or heat illness in the past are likely at increased risk due to either the environmental factor that put them there. Maybe they work outside and they can't get in. Maybe they're limited to the number of breaks they can have. So I would say environmental risks definitely increase that risk. If you have certain health conditions, that can increase your risk as well. So you think of very common diseases like diabetes can make you more dehydrated.
Symptoms for heat-related illness can appear mild, but should still be treated seriously. This includes nausea, confusion, or if you stop sweating. Well, with those hot temps throughout the state, Kentucky safety officials are urging employers to take steps to prevent heat stroke on the job. KY Safe says workers exposed to high temps or physical activity are at a risk of heat-related illness, even death, if not protected. The agency encourages frequent breaks, shade, water, and training for emergencies. Free resources and consultations are available now at kysafe.ky.gov. TDOT says they're making progress clearing up I-40 after 4 different rock slides forced the highway to shut down. It happened in Cook County, around the same area that was heavily damaged from Hurricane Helene. In the first 24 hours of cleanup, crews were able to fill up 55 dump trucks with debris. They're going to keep cleaning up for several more days before beginning repair work. I-40 is still closed in both directions near the state line, and it's expected to stay that way for at least the next 2 weeks. Legendary horse trainer Dwayne Lucas announced his retirement from the sport. As his family says, he's been in the hospital fighting a severe infection. The trainer's family did not specify what kind of infection the 89-year-old has, but they did tell us he declined an aggressive treatment plan for it. Instead, he plans to spend his remaining time with his loved ones. Throughout his racing career, he recorded nearly 5,000 thoroughbred wins and has more than $300 million in prize money. He won the Kentucky Derby 4 times and won the Kentucky Oaks 5 times. His family is asking for privacy during this time. As we told you yesterday, Kroger plans to close roughly 60 stores nationwide over the next year and a half. WYMT reached out to their spokesperson to see if any stores in our area will be impacted. They told us, quote, "Unfortunately, we don't have anything on the record to share about the store closures at this time, and we will not be releasing a list." Kroger says employees at the affected stores will be offered positions at other stores.
For some folks out there, it's starting to be a foggy morning. We'll take a look at that visibility as you're heading out the door, seeing that the densest fog will be as you're traveling more towards our western border from Wayne County, Kentucky, all the way to Rowan County. We'll continue to see that clearing out as we head closer into that 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock time frame. Satellite radar is nice and clear this morning, too. We'll be looking at a mixture of sunny to mostly sunny skies with temperatures this morning in the 70s and temperatures this afternoon in the mid to upper 90s. So it's going to be a warm day. We'll see the warmest temperatures as we approach about that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock mark. Highest UV will be between 12 and 2. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:09. Many